Welcome back to Chicken Reacts. I am your host, The Chicken. Today we got the top 10 accidents in the metal industry to go over, guys. You want to see more, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's get into it.
Top 10 accidents in metal smelting. Number 10.
These ones gotta be good. Let's see what we got.
Explosions.
Slag
Or metal
explosions.
waste is the waste material after ore purification that will not be used in the metal processing. Though there has been a progress in recycling this waste material in the last years,
That looks incredibly dangerous.
a significant portion of it is still stored as dump in special containers placed in big holes on the ground. At least 24 hours are needed for
Just dump it into the ocean. You got so much water there. Just let her fly.
slag to become solid and be disposed of. We must point out that after that time, waste is still red hot. A problem from this action could be when due to several factors. When metal impurities mix with water, for instance, a big explosion can occur. In addition,
Yeah, because I guess what happens is it's so hot, it hits the water, it instantly turns into steam.
a little amount of liquid is enough to start deflagration.
Which is essentially what happened at Chernobyl, right? It was like some sort of steam reaction when they put the control rods in, and it was like the wrong kind of control rods, and they just touched the hot stuff. Not a scientist. And it was just crazy. Crazy explosion.
They are less visible though. In some occasions, they emit toxic gases that could be lethal if workers do not have the proper protection.
There's a lot of explaining, and not really. I don't know what that was.
Electric arc furnaces. The electric arc furnaces have been substituting traditional furnaces in many steel plants worldwide. The main reason for this substitution is their high effectiveness when producing metal from ore. For example, in more advanced workshops, these types of furnaces may produce up to 80 metric tons of liquid steel in just 60 minutes of functioning. To heat steel, an electric current going from one electrode to another is used. Despite the fact that these types of furnaces are considered
God damn, like I can feel just getting hotter just looking at this video.
much safer than the former ones, they are not free from risk. They must be cooled with water, and any little mistake when introducing the electrodes into them, or any rest of the moisture on them, could produce an explosion.
Same thing
This
as
is what
before.
seems to
Water,
happen in the
bad.
video. When it is very hot, we can hear small explosions,
Holy
and they
shit.
continue to increase until a bigger explosion occurs. Another explanation for
I'm not a huge fan of the robot lady talking. I've just seen so many videos, like, you know, the shorts and stuff where it's like that voice that I'm just sick of it, but it is
this
cool to know
explosion
about what's going
may
on.
be any mechanical human error when introducing electrodes that have been overheated or that generate sparks. In arc furnaces for cast steel, electrodes are put into on top of the tank, and it is not always easy to do it properly. On the other hand, accidents, like the one in this video, can occur. In this case, the problem may be caused by the amount of slag in the furnace. This material behaves similarly to volcanic lava. Flames are
Yeah, it looks like a volcano exploding.
spread everywhere, and in the end, all content is spread all over the place.
Do not want to be in the downstream of that.
Explosion in the boiler.
That's a beautiful
Boilers
boiler.
are very important in the metal industry. They are defined as closed pressure vessel where a fluid is heated by applying the resulting heat externally. There are diverse types of boilers with different characteristics depending on their structure and way of functioning. In general,
That's what Chicken does. Boiler operator.
there are
Kind of.
elements that involve several safety measures, but when they fail, serious accidents may occur. The most
yeah.
serious accidents can produce dangerous explosions. One of the main causes of these explosions is the low level of water that's needed to cool the boiler. The overheating of the structure causes deflagration and a
I mean, you gotta mess up pretty bad for a boiler to explode. Like, there's a lot of safeties in place. Typically, these big boilers, there's always, like, there's literally somebody there watching it 24/7. So, I mean, there's gotta be, like, you know, step 1 fail, step 2 fail, step 3 fail, step 4 fail for them to actually explode. It's not like how they're making it out to be. It's like, oh, if you get a little bit of water in the thing, it's gonna blow up.
sequent disaster. All boilers must have at least 2 indicators for water levels. At accidents are normally produced by human error in the maintenance of this device. Another possible cause for accidents
I would say
is
that's
the
true.
corrosion of the material they are built with. And of course, when water is mixed with the boiler content. Number 7.
I mean, most boilers are cast iron, but... Anyways.
One of the hazards to be considered in the metal industry is fire. Fire increases the possibilities for accidents to occur. There are several causes for a fire to be started in these factories. The first cause to be considered is static electricity. Friction, and it can be accumulated until it begins to produce sparks that will start the fire. Another cause of these accidents is heat generation by machines. The flammable liquid and the liquids used for cooling these machines may be a cause for these accidents. We can also point out as causes of fire are the overheating of electricity conducting cables and the spontaneous combustion of chemical products produced by high temperatures that are usually common in these factories. Experts also emphasize the use of oils to lubricate or cool the machines. These oils are in many occasions the responsible for the start of fires.
Makes
They
sense.
also contribute with their fast spread and very dangerous toxic smokes. Number 6. Moisture. Water entry or just simple moisture in the...
Let's skip ahead a little bit here.
That's why
I want to
the
get to number 2
selection
and
of
number
fabric to
1.
make the protective suits is very important, as these suits could protect and save lives.
Okay.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Eruptions in metal casting centers. The steel smelting activities are
that would
riskier
be
than
bad.
other industrial activities. One of the causes is, in fact, the high possibility for explosions to occur.
Yeah,
A
too much
very
heat,
risky
too much
event
pressure.
is the metal casting process. This process consists of pouring the smelted metal into a cast
Sorry.
for it to become
Garfield's on
solid.
duty.
One of the causes in this process for an explosion to occur is water in any component involved in the process. For instance, rest of water in the sand used to make temporary casts. Additionally, casts must be preheated to avoid any hazard. If there is liquid
That
in
looks safe.
any of the other pieces, this could also cause deflagration. There is a common saying known by the workers of the steel smelting activities. This saying warns, too hot to touch, it is wet. Number 1.
Number 1, let's see it.
Fire loops or cobble. In
What the
spite
hell?
of its showiness, this kind of accident can be lethal
Whoa.
for workers who are near. The temperature of this kind of molten metal
Look
loops
how close it was to his legs. What is he
extremely
doing?
high. These loops are capable of causing very serious injuries to anyone who is reached or touched by them.
Yeah, I guess so.
It could be said that these loops are sort of a spill of the smelted metal. This phenomenon happens when metal is heated
Interesting.
and it is
They look
put
so
onto
cool.
rollers to change its shape and send it to a conveyor machine.
Okay,
As a
okay.
result of a timing error in the process, the metal is ejected at a very high speed from its way in the rollers. It is necessary.
I think
to
we've seen some of these
note
before on
that
the other
these
failed
rollers leave
videos.
less room among them the way the process is in progress. This is why they get this strange shape and fall forming, burning circles. We can see an example in this factory in Poland. We can see perfectly the moment when the metal is shot
Yeah, we saw
from the
this one.
rollers and forms
Holy
a
shit,
big
get
ring
out of
of
there.
molten metal.
Oh my god.
Fortunately, there
It's
are
like a
no
fire
workers
hose.
nearby when this happens, as there are no protective suits to resist the high temperature of these loops.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So, kind of a different fail video today, I guess, the metal stuff. Let me know if you like the videos like that more with like the people talking and explaining things. But yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel. You want to see more crazy stuff like that. And we'll see you next one, guys. Chicken is out.